By the time I was 4 or 5, I knew I wanted to be either an architect or a car designer. But of course, when you go to your guidance counselor in high school and you talk about career choices, she didn't understand how you became a car designer. She said you probably have to go to engineering school, and that didn't necessarily appeal to me. But architecture was a legitimate profession in her mind. And since I had an interest in both and a lifelong passion for design, I said, well, architecture sounds fine, and I would pursue that. The first time I really thought about being an architect was really influenced by where I lived, in the first mass-produced suburb in America, Levittown, New York. Having grown up in Levittown, I learned so many things that most people wouldn't be thinking that Levittown would offer. Through this course, I'm not suggesting that you should follow my path coming from Levittown, but instead, I want to give you tips and ideas on how you can use this information to develop your own style. But the one thing I do think is critically important is to follow my path in understanding the role of the greater good in the designs that you produce today. It's not only about the homeowner and their goals and objectives, but what is the impact on the neighborhood as a whole. You're going to learn about how I think about the ways architecture can improve people's lives. And I think that you'll also get a sense of how I look at the past to learn and develop the future, architecturally and in design. One of the mantras that I always heard when I was in architecture school is that architecture is a rich man's hobby or a poor man's profession. And I think that's unfortunate, and I certainly don't subscribe to that. My hope with this course is really to be a mentor, and you'll learn how to develop a career that will justify not only the money you spend to becoming an architect, but also the way you view the world. And as I always say, an architect sees with a different set of eyes. My name is Patrick Ahearn, and I'm an architect.